is there any relationship between you and me in general sense? Not in the personal sense. I don't know who you are, Archim, so in the personal sense, I don't know. Is there a relationship between me and some words on the computer screen? So obviously it's in the impersonal. On the human level, there's a relationship, like I am the great master and you are the student asking the great master a question. That's obviously a joke. Obviously you're the great master and I'm the student. That's a joke again. I'm being funny. So on the human level, there is a parent relationship, and we don't need to deny that and there's no relationship and be too extreme. There's an apparent relationship between you and your mother and you and your sister and all that stuff. Yeah, so there is, and then on the ultimate sense, there is no relationship, because who's in relationship? There is only beingness. But I don't understand what you're asking. Is the soul like, is there any relationship between you and me, soul-like, if there is any? I don't know what you mean by that. I always get a bit scared when people, not really scared, but let's say two enlightened beings meet. What is the relationship between them? The same as anything else, because there is no enlightened beings. On the human level, there could be like nice relaxing energy that's passed between the two people because they're not suffering or seeking, so there's a nice energy. But ultimately everything is enlightened. So you can't put one higher than others. You can't say there are two enlightened people that meet. Who are these enlightened people? There is only consciousness. There's consciousness, which is everything. There's nobody that's actually in illusion. It just appears that way. But back to the soul thing. So when people say something like a soul thing to me, because I've been into this for quite a long time, it normally comes with some big dramatic story like we're soul connected, and I'm not into that thing. I'm not this kind of woman that's romantic in those types of ways. It's like what are those things called, like twin flames? I mean, who knows the way this world works? It's really mysterious, but basically a lot of the time people are saying all this twin flame, not twin flame things, but this soul stuff. So we're soul connected, and basically I think sometimes, a lot of the time, it's just about sex and sexuality and pleasure. And then the person puts it in this spiritual way just to give themselves a more high. Oh, we're so connected. This is the love of my life. They're the one for me. We've been searching for each other for many, many lifetimes, and finally we've managed to get together. They're my connection, my heart connection, and I'm just not that type of woman. And because I present myself on the internet, people write these things to me, and it's just really not something for me. I don't like all that. I'm like, true love is so simple and easy and beautiful. It's this true love, and you don't need to tell yourself a story about soul connection and many, many lives it took you to meet. That's all drama love. That's stuff that comes and goes and high and low and high and low. There is this true love that can only love here and is present. It's so beautiful and sweet, and it's all you ever wanted. And the other stuff is just about the human getting a high, more than likely. The human getting something. The human making a drama and more meaning out of something that doesn't need more meaning. It's beautiful enough as it is. To meet somebody in presence Not meaning somebody like another person that's enlightened, but to see someone for what they are, which is this pure consciousness, is enough. And then to meet someone that you're also attracted to, so that you also have this bodily attraction to, is really beautiful experience. And that's enough in itself. It doesn't need all these dramatic angel wings and meeting in different realms and we're these soul people. It's like, that's boring stuff compared to the brilliance of this, of presence, of the love of which you are, this infinite love, this right here. All of that is fantasy stuff to give you a high that then goes low and then goes high and then goes low, and then you argue about it because they think that you first met in 1643 and you think you first met in 1783. And you thought when you first met you were a cat, and they thought they were a dog, and then she remembers that you ate her because you were the dog and she was a cat, and then one day you got a bit peckish and ate her, and then she's got to release her traumas about being eaten by you. And then you have a good old cry about that, and then in your next life it got even worse. He was an elephant and you were, and she was a mouse, and the elephant could never hear the mouse. The mouse is always trying to get the attention of the elephant, and eventually the elephant steps on the poor little mouse. And then you've got to release the trauma of that. And all these lives, you know, these soul lives that you've been through. And all these ups and downs and highs and lows, and then finally you're both humans in this form and you've met and you're going to be together forever. But what is that? What does being together forever mean? You've met and then you're going to be together forever. There's this good TV series on Amazon Prime at the moment called Forever, and it's very funny. I mean, if you finally met and you're going to be together forever, I mean, what drama are you going to have? The pulling apart and then coming back together and pulling apart and coming back together. It's over because you've met forever. So you've got to make it work for every day, every moment you're together as a couple, and you've been trying to get together for thousands of years, and now you've got forever. And then after 6 months, both of you are like, oh God, I feel strangled. It's too much. And true love is right here. You can only really love from here. To really see someone as they are here. Otherwise, you're always going to be attached to the way it is or the way it is not. I just got to plug my computer in 1 second. Oh, there's the plug. To really love someone is right here. It's right here. It's your essence. That's unconditioned love. That's how two apparent humans meet. Like, to have true love is remembering who they are. On the human level, it will just be a disappointment. You'll have a high for a period and then you'll get bored, or then you'll be attracted to someone else or not. If you really, on the human level, really want to meet, you have to see beyond the person. That's true love. That's unconditioned love. See yourself in them. and fresh, constantly fresh. So you know when you first meet someone, there's like this big in loveness, and then after time you're not so in love, and then it fades, and then there's this problem or that problem, and then they're this or they're that, and blah 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 blah, and you think about how good it was at the beginning, and you don't know how to get back to that being in love. It's the in loveness is the freshness. That's who you are. When you first met the person, they weren't somebody to you. They were this infinite possibility. And it was so uplifting and beautiful. And that's what they always are. Even when you get to know them and you realize, that they don't wash up their plates, or they leave their smelly underwear next to your bed, or they always go to the toilet just before you need to go to the toilet and then stink out the toilet. And then when you go to the toilet, you have to go in the stink. But it's still fresh and beautiful, even in all of that, in their smelly underwear, in the the not washing up the dish, in the argument because neither of you want to empty the dishwasher, or because somebody goes to the toilet and makes a big smell and it lasts for ages. There is freshness in that. If you see that who you are is this infinite possibility, and that is who they are, if you believe that they're the person that left the toilet seat up, that didn't wash up their dish, that left their smelly underwear on the floor, that always makes a mess in the bathroom, if you believe that's who you are, then your relationship will become more and more and more dead and dry. If you see them in every moment as that infinite possibility, that is true love. That is true love. That is true compassion. And that is how you make a human relationship work. And that includes everything. That includes arguments. That includes smelliness, noisiness. All of it includes everything. And I'm not saying that you'll fall in love with anyone. There's bodies that you're going to resonate with more than others and have intimacy more than others. It's so beautiful, this subject. I love it. My heart sings expressing it to you. I love it. True love is what you are.